To be honest, I don't have a mic, so I don't know how the sound quality is going to be on this, but we'll see how we go. Heaps of things have happened since my last video. I've changed jobs. I qualified as a mechanic, so now I've got my certificate and everything. So it's running. Oh, it's not running. You might be asking, is the Silvia running? The answer is no. It was running, and then I had a little bit of a problem happen where the wastegate actually fell off, which I've got right here. So the wastegate fell off, but that will be in the next video, me repairing that. I'll be pulling the exhaust off and re-welding it and putting it all back on, and then I might even start it up so you guys can actually hear it. So that's what the Silvia looks like at the moment. In case you missed the video before, it is a S13 Silvia. It's got a SR20 DUT motor in it. It is turboed, as you can see there. I was driving this. I actually took it for a decent drive. I have driven it probably an hour and a half or so, but it was running terrible. I only just mocked it up so I could take it down the road and drive it. It hasn't got the O2 sensor, which plugs into here and goes into your exhaust. So it's just running super, super, super rich. But I have bought an O2 sensor, so that's another video that I'll be doing. We'll be installing the O2 sensor, and at the same time as I do that video, I'll be putting a screamer pipe on it. While it was on there, this was just open. I didn't have any pipe on there, so the fumes were just going straight down. It would have been blowing flames and everything. Fingers crossed, that is the only issues that it has at the moment. It's too hard to tell while it's missing them whether it's got any other problems. So I just need to do them and then find out from there whether it's running okay. If you've ever seen a video on YouTube, and I think it's called Salad Fingers, and it's got this guy and he goes, "Rusty spoons." A bit of a glance inside my messy Silvia. It's very messy at the moment. It has got a short shifter in it. It's just got the standard ECU running it, which is probably not the best thing for it, as it has got a few little aftermarket things, being a turbo, intake plenum, intercooler, etc, etc. So I just had to zip tie the boost gauge on. I will be mounting that. I'll probably mount that and put it in another video, I'm not sure. It's got a drift button for the handbrake, so the handbrake can be pulled on and off. I did actually buy extended handbrake levers, or levers, when you pull the handbrake and the cable pulls this arm. So if you make the arm really long, it's got way more leverage on it. To pull it, which means that the handbrake will move further, but it's more inclined to lock it. It's basically like a poor man's hydraulic handbrake. So I've got a poor man's hydraulic handbrake. I will be putting a hydraulic handbrake in this, obviously, because I do intend on drifting it. It has only got standard injectors in it, which means that I'm stuck on around 10 PSI for now, till I get 555 injectors. So we've got a oil filter relocation kit, oil cooler hiding under there, front mount intercooler, which is actually upside down, which means that you've got less piping. But I do need to do some fixes because it is rubbing here, and I need to get a new bit of silicone pipe, but it's not leaking yet, so it's okay. Yeah. It finally has a mod plate. This car is road registered at the moment. It has current registration on it, so I can drive this around. The moment that I put it back together, I can hop in the car and go for a blap down the street. If you don't know what blap means, it means a flogging, pin it, gun it, or whatever. If you have been watching all my previous videos, you'll be happy to know that this engine is actually the one out of the Corolla. The engine that I was putting together to put into this car, I got told it was a fully rebuilt engine. It came with the car because the car had a blown SR20 in it. I put it in, I got it running, it started and everything, and it was making this really horrible noise. It ended up being a bolt in number 4 cylinder. It had just munched everything inside of the cylinder. I pulled the head off, pulled it out, tried to clean it up a little bit, put the head back on, and then tried to start it. And because I reused the head gasket, not knowing if the engine was actually going to be any good or not, obviously it didn't work. It was blown between cylinder 1 and 2, 115 PSI on the cylinders that were running fine, or that didn't have a blown head gasket. So that's basically the work that I've been doing to the Silvia. It has taken me a long time to do. Mainly time factor was the issue because I have changed jobs. And obviously doing an engine swap, finding out that the engine wasn't good, pulling the head off to do a head gasket basically just so I could get a bolt out of the cylinder. Finding out that it was still stuffed after doing a whole head gasket on the engine that I just put in, then pulling that engine back out, grabbing the engine that used to be in my KE70 SR20 DET car, and putting it in the Silvia. which it's back where it belongs. So this engine has actually gone from a Silvia into a Toyota Corolla KE70, which is awesome, by the way, and I really missed that car, although it wasn't the best handling of cars, back into a Silvia again. So this engine, it definitely gets around. There will be another video coming out, and that video will be just a quick mock-up video of me repairing the damage done, and I'll actually start the car in that next video. And then I'll probably do one after that of me actually taking the car for a decent drive around. I might go to a cruise or something like that. I am actually going to try and get straight back into YouTube and release maybe 2 videos a week. So if you're keen on that, if you like my cars and stuff, just hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, that would be awesome. It'll show me that you guys actually appreciate what I'm doing. I actually wasn't looking at my subscriber count for a while, and it has hit 900 mark. I want to just bump it up to that 1,000 mark. Hashtag YouTube. Built to explode. No, that's a lie. Hopefully it doesn't explode, but we'll see how we go. I'm gonna see you guys later, so catch ya!